If you have been waiting for the mortgage rates to drop before you buy a home, here's what's actually happening behind the scenes right now. But a quick note before we dive in, this is a snapshot as of July 11th, and rates and factors behind these rates are moving fast. So treat this as a current read on the current environment, not a permanent forecast. So mortgage rates have been climbing with the average 30-year fixed rate hovering around 6.5%. And if you're wondering why, it is not as simple as Feds raise the rate. Let me walk you through what's really driving this. First, the mortgage rates don't actually move in lockstep with the Federal Reserve's benchmark rate. They are much more closely tied to the 10-year Treasury yield, which moves based on investment sentiments and inflation expectations. So, what's pushing that yield up? A big piece of it is inflation fears. So, when inflation is high or investors expect it to rise, bond yields climb and mortgage rates follow. Then there's actually what's happening globally. The breakdown of the ceasefire between US and Iran has pushed oil prices higher, and that has got investors worried that rising energy costs will keep inflation elevated across the board. And then top of that, Fed's own path is in question. They had been cutting rates for a while, but with inflation proving stubborn, a lot of major financial institutions now expect the Fed to pause those cuts or possibly even raise the rates again to keep things simple or stable. So when we put all these things together, inflation concerns, the geopolitical tensions, and the Fed shifting a course, most economists they expect the borrowing costs to stay elevated for now. But again, these factors are dynamic, so this could shift quickly in either direction. And if you're on the fence waiting for rates to drop big time before you buy, it's worth having a real conversation about what actually waiting can cost you versus what is realistic in this environment. If breakdown like this helps you make sense of the market, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel or like and comment because that helps me understand whether I'm producing content that is useful to you. And if you want to understand a deep detailed analysis of what a right offer should be, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.